Hello and welcome to the show. I'm here on Forza 5 with a silly car build. Today I have got the Lancia Stratos. In my opinion, one of the most important of the rally cars. Perhaps maybe a little bit behind the Quattro, but yeah, this is a pretty damn spectacular rally car. Pretty damn important vehicle in terms of rallying history. It was a great rally car, this one, and I've made it quite a lot more powerful. I can take off the front of it. I'm suspecting it won't. Well, I can open the front of it. Oh, look, shiny wheel. Suspecting I can't open the back of it now. I've put. I can. Oh no, I can open a cubby hole. Is there a point to that? That's a boot, apparently. The question: what am I putting in the boot of my rally car? Why was the Lancia designed to be practical? That's not right, or practical-ish. Anyway, yes, this has been modified with a significantly bigger engine. This has got the 4.5-litre V8. Where is it? Somewhere in here. The biggest engine that I could put in it, which means we've got 914 horsepower, which is an awful lot in a car that weighs 2,200 pounds. Other engine options, nothing massively exciting for this car. Power to weight ratio is pretty massive in this vehicle. My other concern is just the size. This is a very, very small vehicle, and while yes, I've got aero parts, they missed a trick. I wanted to have the full-on rally lights on here. Unfortunately, I cannot. What was the other thing? Oh yes, the race wing is a tiny black strip. I'm not sure that makes that much of a difference, but never mind. The size of this car could be a problem. It could be very, very twitchy. That is my real concern. Also, I have no options to upgrade the suspension or anti-roll bars. It'll be with whatever it comes with. Now, when we look at the car, I mean, it's fairly high. This is a rally vehicle. It's designed to have decent-ish ground clearance. We could have a similar situation to the problem I had with the Alpha 33, where the car picks up, sort of goes on three wheels around corners at high speeds. That would be quite scary if the suspension is soft on here. But we shall find out. We shall take it for a test drive as per normal with the silly car builds. I take them to the Sebring Club Circuit, where they have 4 laps to beat time set by a V8 supercar. The target time is a 1 minute 8.1. The Lancia that I have here is a much higher PI than the V8 supercar, so technically, on paper, it should beat it. I am not filled with confidence. I am not at all filled with confidence with this with this Stratos. I think it could be quite difficult to drive. Never mind. We shall give it a go. Also, off the line, moving that much on the suspension is not a good. Oh, that's not really a good sign when the car does. When the car is changing. Oh, good God. Car rolls this much. That's not good, really. How are we doing? Oh yeah, we go on 3 wheels. We go on 3 wheels around corners and then nosedive and stop. We shouldn't be too bad under braking. After all, it is a very light car. This a very small vehicle, so we should have fairly decent brakes. The lighter the car tends to do better on Forza 5 with the braking front, which is true. Brakes have to do less, but dear God, it's hard to drive. I may have got slightly out of position there and got stuck on the grass. Okay, traction-wise, this does really well. It's 900 horsepower, and I can really be silly on the throttle out of the corners. Remember, this is still rear-wheel drive, and I can be really, really silly out of the corners with the power, with the throttle. Oh dear, but the suspension just does not like the corners. That's shockingly bad. It really is. It's hold on. Oh no! Don't do that halfway around the corner. God damn it! I need all of the 4 wheels to stay on the road. Okay, and nosedive again. Under braking. I think this will be very, very quick if I can keep it together. I mean, the acceleration in between the corners is excellent, but the keeping it on the road bit is quite. God dear, it's so difficult. Well, wheelies. Every so often, it wants to randomly look up at the sky. And then nosedive again. Please stop. Thank you for that car. Around the corner, we're going to get a little bit sideways. And we're going to get a little bit sideways. No, we're not going to get sideways again because the car... Ooh, clipped the wall. God, you see? the problem is with the way this car is, with the way the suspension is, you start sliding it and you think you're okay, and then it lifts the wheel up into the air, and then you have all sorts of problems that you can't quite deal with. Okay, it's a pain. This suspension is really very strange. Okay, though we shouldn't have too much of a problem with curbs because it's going to be up in the air anyway. And nose dive again, woo, and then we start sideways. You're never quite sure what the car's going to do when it comes to a corner. It's absolutely terrifying. But it is quick. I think this will set a quick lap time if I can hold it together. No, stay on the... Oh, for God's sake, car. Just stay on the road. And then once we do get going, if I could carry more speed through the corners, it would be quick. I just can't, because I'm never sure what it's going to do. I'm going to have to be very, very careful through the high speed stuff. I do not look forward to taking it at Le Mans. That's a scary, scary prospect. Okay, easy through here. There we go. Now get on the power. We put a wheel up in the air, but it doesn't matter. And then slow it down here. Look at that. I didn't fall off the road at this particular corner. How nice. Blinded by the sun. I think I do want to stay off the curbs if I can help it. I don't need any extra load going on through the tyres, through the suspension. Oh crap, no, we've got all twitchy on that. I'm still on the road though. I haven't lost too much time doing that. Good. Okay, steering and braking. No, let's not do that thing. That really does just confuse the Lancia. You're not really supposed to be braking and steering. You want to kind of have all your braking done, because you're asking quite a lot of the front wheels to be steering and braking all at the same time, so you're going to lose out on something. But you can normally get away with small corrections and so on. With this, there is no way. There is no way you can do that, because the suspension just can't deal with it. The tyres, everything gets overwhelmed, and it all becomes very uncontrollable. A 1 minute 11. Unless I can do an absolutely blinding final lap, I don't think this can carry the corner speed. Well, you see, like there, I was turning and then I wasn't turning because it only went up in the air. And then you'll find that you're turning sort of too... Oh, blood, get back on the... onto the ground. You'll just use the brakes to get the nose of the car back down onto the road. Oh, it isn't twitchy though. One of the things that I feared with this car is it would be horribly twitchy. It's not. It's not at all twitchy. Or maybe it would be if the suspension wasn't doing all sorts of funny things. Nothing I have driven quite drives like this. I will say that maybe the Alfa Romeo, the Alfa 33, but even then that was not quite the same way that this nose dives every time you brake and feels like it's almost wheeling every time you go to pull away from a corner. It's crazy. I quite like it for being absolutely crazy, but dear God is it hard to drive. As we come down the final straight, can we take any speed here? No, we can't. No, we don't want to stay on the track. That's going to be a big crash across the line. And, ooh, nearly ended up on our roof. I tried to take that corner with a bit more speed on the final lap as I was down half a second, but I can't do it. Well, this is a crazy wibbly-wobbly thing. I think the suspension on this is made out of jelly. There is so much roll. For by far the most roll I've had of any car. Makes it very, very tough to drive, as you're never quite sure what it's going to do. I had a couple of big shunts with it. But now comes the perhaps even bigger test of this car. It's a terrible lap time as well. 1 minute 11.5. That's pretty damn slow from the Stratos, because you just can't carry any corner speed. It just wobbles all over the place with the suspension. But now it is time for the speed run at Le Mans. Now, I haven't actually seen what the time is, what the telemetry is on this car. I'm going to hazard a guess that because we've got not much weight, it's quite an aerodynamical shape, quite a lot of power, I'm going to go with 230. I've tended to underestimate the speed, so for the Stratos I'm going to go for 230 when I take the aero bits off. And what do we start at 210. Or 211, I should say. Maybe not 230 then. I might have overestimated this time. Dump the aero off, and we are at I guess the gearings. Wonky on this one. Let's just shove it down this way then. The gear having slightly wonky gearing when it comes to the lap is absolutely irrelevant. Unless it's really bad, I don't change it. Because you're never going to get to this speed. You're never going to need this much. I think we're about 232 is about all we're going to do. Yeah, actually, I wasn't far off. I've got better at guesstimating the speeds of cars. 230, 33.8. Okay. Now, let's have a quick look. I bet I know that would be why. That would be why the car is so hard to drive, because when it starts off, I guess it's got rally suspension. I don't know why that's the way the car comes, but that's the way it does. And since I've tested every other vehicle as completely stock, that is the way that this vehicle shall be kept as well. For some reason, the Lancia comes with wibbly-wobbly suspension. Right, to Le Mans it is. I am terrified of taking this car around. I don't know what the name of the corner is at the end of the straight. We could have a real problem at 230 miles an hour. I suspect I will turn in, and we won't have turning. I suspect what will happen is we'll turn in, and the front right, yes, I do know my left and my right. My front right wheel will lift up in the air, and we will run out of turning and smack the wall at very high speeds. That's what I think. Maybe it'll do better, but seeing as we were having problems at sort of 150 mile an hour corners, when we go to the really fast corners, that could be a very big crash. I'm really surprised how well the traction on this car. I guess the advantage of the soft suspension is we get a little bit better traction. The car can kind of dig in a bit more off the line. And of course, if we were rallying with it, the soft suspension would be helpful. But everything else, yeah, I mean, I'm being really aggressive on the throttle here, and we're not wheel spinning, we're not oversteering. It's the bouncing that's the problem here. And we can slide it, but that's more through other factors. Oh, don't lock a brake either, otherwise the car gets really unhappy. Yeah, I'm not sort of sliding from me being silly with the throttle. It's other factors that are causing, well, a little bit of me being silly with the throttle, but it's not that kind of oversteer that we're getting from this car. Okay, careful over that. We should be good over the bumps. You're a rally car, yeah, no problems over the bumps. Oh, bloody hell. It's the only car I haven't been able to be flat out on that particular part of this speed run. Oh, dear God, we're going to have a really big crash in about 30 seconds' time, I predict. A very painful crash in my future. Speed, yeah, we're pretty quick. On the acceleration front, we're going to run out, or we're going to encounter too much air resistance, I should say, fairly soon. 225. Right, we're coming up to the big scary moment. We're going to hit 230 miles an hour in our crazy, crazy Lancia. Oh God, here comes the corner. Please, please, please don't kill me, car. Okay, I'm going to try it. We'll see how it goes. We should be okay over the bumps. Oh, we're not okay over the bumps. We're a very bad rally car. Good God. What the bloody hell just happened then? We didn't even get to try the corner. I've not had a car do that. I mean, I've had cars wheelie off that, but that hit the bump with such ferocity, the back of the car came up, and yeah, that's a big shunt. That is a very big shunt for the Stratos. That's quite scary, if I'm honest, that corner. I was a little bit perhaps to the left, more than I would have ideally liked, but you need to go to the left to take that corner, to take a good line through there in a car that I don't think will take it very well. So, good God, this is a terrifying car to drive. Traction-wise, it's pretty damn impressive. It's impressive what you can get away with in this car, messing around with the throttle. Not having a problem with oversteer at all with this car. The suspension is just far too soft. So if you were to race one of these properly, you have to do a lot of work on the setup to stop it wibbling or wobbling around. Entertaining to drive, certainly something different, but bloody scary with it. Anyway, that is it for this silly car build. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.